There's a lot of things that are set up for you to fail. Nothing you do or think is going to be normal. Most people just want to talk about their problems and continue having them. When there's people like that, you got to get them the hell away from you. That's a setup to have like one of your kids diddled. Don't do Adderall. It's better to blow the deadlines. Don't do Adderall. It's bad for you. It's because life is really hard. It happens because of the type of negligence where you have drug addicts hanging around.
You know, you really shouldn't expect the material rewards of success to come along with the spiritual rewards of telling the truth. You just shouldn't expect that.
How do you deal with people not taking your advice? I feel like people are wasting my time when they ask me for advice and don't listen, to the point where I want to get violent.
Well, I don't think you need to get violent. I think that's probably not. I think most people just want to talk. Most people just want to talk about their problems and continue having them so they have something to talk about. Oh, but she really tries her best. It's like some people, yeah, a lot of people try their best. For a lot of people, their best is like, it's like their best is like stocking shelves and then sticking their finger in an electrical socket and then like eating like tar. Like a lot of people's best is not good enough.
Hello, Big G.
DT, Big G.
Big God.
Big God.
I live with my parents for free, but my mother is quickly becoming an alcoholic.
That's tight.
And tearing the house apart.
That's dope.
I have the opportunity to move into college dorms for free. Should I?
Yeah, probably, yeah. I would say get away from, any strife. When there's people like that, you got to get them the hell away from you.
Get a strife jump.
Honestly, man, that human strife that's probably the worst thing that I can think of. I can't think of anything worse than that I've ever seen or experienced.
Yeah.
When you got a crazy person that you can't get away from, that's hell.
It's stressful.
That's hell. So yeah, if it's that bad, probably get away from it.
Big Chungus with the 20 here. Dad is a bipolar manic. He's been letting druggies use his truck. Mommy is divorcing him. Illness has gotten worse with age. Don't want him in my future children's lives. How should I deal with BPD people in general? Family, you gotta just say goodbye. Say goodbye, and I'm a big fan of whatever. Listen, you're not gonna save bipolar guy. It sucks that's the lot that you've been handed, but whatever this sentence right here, he has been letting druggies use his truck. That just, I'm sure if someone else is watching this stream, that's like a meaningless thing. This guy's dad's been letting druggies use his truck. I don't get it. But that obviously that means that's something. There's something horrible there. That means something horrible. Like some crackhead came by at 3 a.m. and like whatever pile of shit is sitting underneath that sentence is not something you want.
And for a young guy who was very anxious, I think we were all there. Work out, read Epictetus's discourses on stoicism, and most of all, watch MDE. Yeah, man, when I was 17, I was feeling the same way,
When you're 17, nothing you do or think is going to be normal. There's a lot of things that are set up for you to fail. Like high school is kind of like that. Life is kind of like that. Like if you're not failing, you're not, in some regard, you're not doing doing as much good or doing as well as you could be doing. So be comfortable with a certain level of failure, as long as that failure is not, self-inflicted through some sort of vice. You got to be comfortable with like 20% of the shit you do being stupid or not working or whatever, and just focus on the good and try to hone that over time. But 17 is totally, that's a raw age, and your head's full of hormones, and nothing you think is going to be balanced or sane, really. So just try to ride it out. Focus on not fucking up. That's the way more important thing when you're young, is avoid SSRIs, avoid drugs, avoid bad people, that type of stuff. That's way more important than figuring it out. You're not going to figure it out till you're 30. So just try to, stay safe and protect yourself till you get to the point where your brain has reached the age where car insurance companies don't price gouge you.
Consistency, ?
Consistency much?
I'm consistent in the gym and sleep. Dropped a weed habit. However, school and personal tasks are still a struggle. Gotta pop an Addy sometimes to meet deadlines. It always feels like playing a game of catch up.
Don't do Adderall. It's better to blow the deadlines. Don't do Adderall. It's bad for you. It's very bad. Adderall's the most destructive
School's designed for you to fail, and it's also mostly gay busy work. So it's better to ignore the gay busy work and not do Adderall. Illness has gotten worse with age. Don't want him in my future children's lives. I mean, that's a wise thing. Listen, that's how people get rich. 1 in 5 women will be sexually assaulted. Like this is it happens because of the type of negligence where you have drug addicts hanging around or whatever. Like this is a setup. That's a setup to have like one of your kids diddled by like dad's friend Larry. Oh, and then the dad's gonna go, oh, Larry did what? I'll kill him. And then it's a Cain Velasquez situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then your dad's I'll kill Larry. I hate that son of a bitch. This is just trash people problems. Gas station behavior. So just break it off. And I'm a huge fan of whatever lie, the firecracker, the dynamite, the fire, the vengeful, righteous fire in your dad's heart when you decide to break it off with him. Whatever will tamper that down into one of those little party popper things that you throw on the ground and it just goes, psh, and that's it.
Yeah.
So whatever lie, Dad, I'm having serious problems with drugs, Dad. I need $3,500 quick. That's how you get someone out of your life. If you actually want someone out of your life, here's how you don't get someone out of your life. Ever since I broke it off with you, I'm doing so much better. I just bought a Ferrari. I'm so glad you and I are done.
Say goodbye to your grandchildren.
I never want to see you again. That's how you guarantee that you're going to see someone every day for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
That's how you guarantee that every week they're going to be coming around. Here's how, if you want to be mature, you want to be a big boy, here's how you actually get someone out of your life. Hey, man, I know the last time we talked, it wasn't that good, but I'm in a tight spot, dude. Can I hold like 7,500? I'm going to get it right back to you. I swear to God. Okay, how much do you have? You don't have 7,500? Do you have $230? Can I get that? Next time, where's my $230? Oh man, I don't have it back. Torture them, never give them their money back. 2 weeks later, give them $210 and then ask to borrow more money.
Yeah.
And then it's just over. But just whatever you have to say to get them the fuck out of there.
That will cut family ties.
Yeah, that's how you cut a family tie. Or just, and also, if you can also just never stop talking. So as soon as you get on the phone, and it's crazy. I hurt my leg the other day. Yeah, I was stepping out of the car, and I guess I misjudged the distance to the ground, so I jumped out. I really hurt my knee. It was crazy. I went to a walk-in clinic. They said there was nothing they could do for me. I said, you got to give me some painkillers or something, man. He said, nah, we don't do that kind of thing here. You're going to have to go see an osteo. I don't even know what it's called. You ever have something like that? Anyway, I got back in my car, and I drove. I just ran out of gas. I didn't have gas. Just nonstop, just torture them. Make it so that the Pavlovian response in their brain is that they don't want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Just torture them with problems. If you're working for a corporate architecture firm, there's going to be people there. Find someone there who's highly paid and ask them for advice. And make yourself likable, useful. Don't be smarmy. Don't have a shit-eating grin on your face. Don't be a fruitcake. Be normal, be likable. Find someone at the corporate architecture firm who is highly paid. Ingratiate yourself somehow by bringing in bagels or something, which is a master technique, ultra hack that will make everybody fall in love with you. And if you could choose between sucking at your job and bringing bagels in versus being good at your job and being unlikable, sucking at your job and bringing bagels in is 30% more money and higher quality of life than being good at your job and having people not like you. But the advice, it holds true that you should find somebody that has money and ingratiate yourself, turn yourself into an essential part of their life. The bagel guy. How else would he get his bagels in his morning if it weren't for you?
I just got a biology degree, but probably need more education. My dad does McDonald's franchising and is very rich.
Should I say F it and do other real estate stuff with him or keep doing my biology stuff? McDonald's or college?
Dude, what do you think? Literally, what do you think, man?
I don't want to come home smelling like McDonald's like my dad. I'll go to college.
That's what I said when I was a kid. But no, you should do the family business that makes a ton of money that your dad will bring you into. You should do that. It's because life is really hard. Like finding a way in life is really hard. If the generation before you has something ready-made that they will share with you that is successful, that is the ultimate. That is the best thing ever. You can always go do, you can do biology on the weekends. Just go out there, find a carcass, find some roadkill or a homeless guy. You can do it in the McDonald's parking lot if you want to do biology that bad. Bro, if you have a guy in your life that's family, who's making money, who will share with you the secret, go do that. Oh my God. All that billionaire shit is all fake. Bill Gates, he reads 2 books a week. Yeah, f***ing right. Like there's not even that many books that are worth reading.
Yeah.
If you read 2 books a week, that means you're reading all these books that like influencers put out to make, that's the thing. Like I talked about this before, the reason why books are such a sewer dead end now is because everybody that has an Instagram account and is like a fitness influencer is putting out a book. Like Jocko Willink has a book. Every MMA fighter, every MMA fighter's coach, every nutritionist has a book. As if there's that much information in Jocko Willink's head that's worth putting to paper.
Yeah.
I believe him that he's a tough guy, that he's a soldier, that he went to Afghanistan and he shot a gun. Okay, I get it. Okay, he can run 12 miles through soft sand. You know how difficult that is, bro? That's crazy right there. I refuse to believe that there's more than 10 pages of information in that guy's head that's worth conveying to the next generation of people.
Yeah.
It's just not the case. It's not possible. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. Anybody who says, oh yeah, I'm a book a week guy, they're not reading the Western canon. They're reading these like shite books with like the Humans of Flat Earth poppy graphic design covers that's like 10 ways I changed the business land, like whatever. It doesn't even matter what it's called or what it's about. It's just there are not that many people walking around whose ideas are so good that they're worth passing on to the next generation. All the billionaire stuff. What was the question again? It was how do I become a billionaire?
How does he increase his
his work rate?
Endurance?
5 to 6 hours a day. That's a lot of work. Like if you're doing,
He wants 10.
you should go for whatever you're going for. But if you're actually doing 5 or 6 hours of work a day, that's a lot. That's kind of significant. That's a significant amount of work. You got to sleep. You got to figure out any advice that other people give, where it's like read a book, one a week, 2 books a week, and you're gonna learn so much about business that in 10 years you're gonna be like a business god. That's not how it works. What you do is you find a handful, like 5 good books that are worth rereading, and then you reread those in times of crisis or when you need advice or whatever. You go back and you read your favorite Bible passage or whatever. Every one person. Nobody needs more than 20 books in their life, like the right ones. Like you can have more than on your bookcase, but you don't need to revisit or like internalize information from more than 20 of those. You just don't.
Is it a Dunbar number, like the maximum amount of people you can know?
Do you think
that relates to like book
it's kind of similar. It's just that it's like if the Dunbar number was like, it's similar in the sense that there's maybe only 10 people that you'll ever come across in your life who are like worth having around you, and like everybody else sucks dick, because that's the way it is with books. Maximizing your time, look into relaxation, sauna, tea, smoking pipes, sleeping. Figure out where the sort of the janky parts, like where it's not working in your life. If you're doing 5 or 6 hours in a chair static, you have to get up and move. You can't do a stint like that long without taking a break and not have a tax being paid by your back.